What is up, you guys? iVoltGaming here, and welcome to Dragonball Super episode 25 review. Now, this episode is actually titled An All-Out Battle, the Vengeful Golden Freeza. And this battle, to me, this episode was quite intense. And we actually get... Actually, wait, if you guys haven't seen this episode, and don't want to be spoiled, then I don't know why you're here. But if you do want to know what happens, I'm just going to summarize what happens here. And then I'm going to give you my overall thoughts on this. The episode pretty much starts off with Goku in his Super Saiyan Blue form, and Freeza actually ends up attacking him. He went in there for an attack that Goku easily blocked in his Super Saiyan Blue form. But, just to see Freeza do that shows his overall confidence and dominance and the fact that he's so angry at Goku. So then he actually decides to show off his golden form. He transforms, and then almost immediately they start firing. Well, they start punching each other, and then they do a bunch of ki blasts, and it's kind of like in the last episode where they just kept shooting ki blasts at each other. And to me, at the start of this episode, they seemed pretty evenly matched, but as the episode went on, we started to see Freeza starting to get more shots in, get more hits in, just keep hitting Goku. I mean, he didn't use that many dirty tactics in the sense that he didn't try to attack anyone else. He was mainly focused on Goku. And I remember this one part in the episode where he karate chops Goku and Goku just falls to the earth. Then we actually end up seeing a shot of Goku and not Goku and Beerus, I mean Beerus and Whis traveling through space, and then they stop because they sent Vados and Champa. Beerus and Champa have a little, I guess, standoff, but they don't really fight or anything of the sort. I don't really know what they said since this is not, there's no subversion out. I just really like talking about the way the episode was portrayed in the fights. The pacing is pretty much the same. Many of the same things that happened in Resurrection F arc, in the movie, happen in this episode, like Golden Freeza actually seeing Beerus, except he didn't act as cowardly this episode. I don't think he didn't really seem that scared of Beerus, but he still asked him if he was going to interfere, and Beerus was just like, I'm the god of destruction, do whatever you want, I have no, I don't meddle with these sorts of things. And then Bulma starts yelling at Beerus, which is a pretty gutsy move considering, what happened last time. And then Beerus says the same thing that he did in Resurrection F. I will save you as long as you keep supplying me, delicious food. So then we see everybody one by one start moving towards Beerus' side. And this whole time, while all of this stuff was happening in space, where we had Champa and Beerus, arguing and just shouting at each other, and by the time they came to Earth, that whole time, Champa never came to Earth, but by the time Whis and Beerus had that whole encounter with Vados and Champa, and by the time they got to Earth, Goku and Freeza still had that beam struggle going on. Now, they, like I said, they were pretty even, but at this one point, Freeza actually uses his tail, and he wraps it around Goku's arm, and he starts to knee him in the face, but Goku, being the fighter he is, he actually ends up blocking it with his left arm. He did a pretty good move there. I was just thinking, like, damn, because it's a pretty even battle, but then at the end, Golden Freeza gets the advantage. He karate chops Goku, he knocks him to the earth, and then he floats down. Because Freeza ended up powering up, and he just started smacking Goku. He chopped him to the neck, and like I already said, as he fell down to the earth, he pretty much, he ki blasted him down into the ground, and then Freeza just floats over him, looking all victorious while Goku's on the floor with his eyes closed, and that's where the episode ends. Now, the animation, it was, I guess, pretty consistent, not too bad. I really like the pacing that they're doing. They seem to be really rushing through this while giving us as much information as they possibly can about all the things that are happening, and while introducing Champa. To me, Dragon Ball Super episodes seem to be going faster and faster now, maybe because I'm more invested in it now that more newer things are happening rather than the things that we've already seen, because we got Champa introduced as such. And this is there's not going to be any episodes for 2 weeks, and that kind of sucks, but really enjoyed this episode nonetheless. Can't wait for the Universe 6 arc. I rate this episode 9 out of 10. Just really enjoyed it. It's really well done. The pacing is excellent. The animation, like I said, it's consistent. It's not terrible, and it's not the best, but at the start of the episode, Golden Freeza looked really good, like movie quality good, so gotta hand it to them for that. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, well, this review, just leave a like or leave a rating, share this with your friends, tell me what you thought of the episode, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye guys, have an epic day.